I'll introduce the subject first. So, what we're doing is we're picking up from where we left off. We actually did start in the prehistoric last time. We started in the Neolithic, and it wasn't the historic area in the Hijaz yet because there are no writings. We made it to like 600 BC. There are no writings in 600 BC in the Hijaz. It's still the prehistoric. So, if we're talking about the area where Mecca would eventually be, it is still very much prehistoric at this time. So we today we're going to focus on the black stone and also similar stones to it. But before then, Thaddeus asked me a funny question. He said, "I heard about this. Someone told me about this fatwa about not licking ice cream, and Germans shouldn't do it because it might offend Muslims. What on earth is this?" And I said, "Oh yeah." He says, "Are there weird fatwas about food?" I said, "Oh yes, yes there are weird fatwas about food, and let me share one of those with you now if you'll bring it up, Thaddeus."
Yep, 1 second here. I was
Ah,
in the process of copying the authorization. Good. All right, that
and
has been added.
I am afraid
Oh,
that, yeah,
I was gonna say, you know what? It won't add until I restart this because I got to authorize the bot in order to pull up the screen share because
at
it's
some
what
yeah,
pulls it
at some
up.
point you can turn my color back to neutral again because I think my
You
color's
fixed your
correct and now I'm green. Because I'm no
and it
longer
still has the
orange in
messy
my
colors
camera.
from last
Yeah,
time
it's
when it
nuts.
wasn't working correctly.
Yes.
So yeah, bear with us, everyone. And this is the first stream, obviously, in a week and a half, and we got to get
Yeah.
everything reset up the way we want it to
Well,
be.
I'll just start reading it, and whenever you have a chance, you can bring it
Yep.
up. Okay. So this is a story from 2011. However, I have seen a number of clerics give fatwas similar to this. I have seen them written as well. This is not just one dude, right? So, an unnamed cleric based in Europe has issued a ban on women touching fruits and vegetables resembling the male sexual organ to avoid sexual thoughts. The Egyptian news site Bikya Masr on Wednesday quoted the cleric whose diktat featured in an article on El Sunnousa, a religious publication. The cleric has said that women should not even get close to bananas or cucumbers. If a woman wishes to eat these food, a third party, preferably a male related to them, such as their father or husband, should cut the item into small pieces and serve, the cleric dictated. According to the cleric, bananas and cucumbers resemble the male penis and therefore could arouse women or make them think of sex. The cleric also added that added carrots and zucchini the list of forbidden foods for women. The news about this latest diktat against women went viral on the web with liberal Muslims feeling enraged and embarrassed. Repression of women in ultra conservative Islamic societies has been an intense subject of debate throughout the world, aka actually Islamic societies, all right? So there are a number of these, and it's not just to might make them think of sex. They're not supposed to be alone with them because women will then use they are so out of control. Remember that this is a religion that believes that people have no self-control, and uh, your your reward for not doing, or at least not getting caught with or repenting for all the horrible things that you want to do now, is being able to get to do all of those things in Jannah, right? So yes, yes, John Wilson found the fact they use the word diktat especially funny. Yes, it's very bad. Uh, but they believe that there are a number of fatawa out there about women not being allowed around large carrots or zucchini because they will use them as sexual items, according to Muslim clerics. Like, can't let women have this because you know what they're going to do. So that is my fun read of the day, and we'll get into the
Yep. Yep.
actual
Yep.
topic.
So what about watermelons? Are those perfectly halal, or I
Uh,
mean, perfectly haram,
I think that
perhaps?
they're perfectly halal, and also if Allah does not have hands and feet and or feet and at least three eyes, then he is. Nothing except for a watermelon, as Anthony Rogers reminded me of recently. So,
There's a
mhm.
many of the audience probably are aware, but just in case, there's a famous fatwa where someone asks whether they can use a watermelon to pleasure themselves, and they're like, well, it's the same as using your hand, so if that's allowed, then you can use a watermelon, and in fact, it's preferable because your hand might chafe your private parts. So there you go. You can use a watermelon for your sexual pleasure if you're a
I thought that
male,
was
but if
totally
you're,
yeah.
yeah, I was going to say, but if you are a woman, then apparently you are not allowed to have any pleasure with a carrot.
Well,
So
I
perfectly
have
consistent.
actually also run into clerics who recommend them, so it's a confusing topic. Um,
One of the great debates of Islam, I suppose, whether or not carrots can be used for sexual pleasure. What a religion. What a amazing religion. This is clearly straight from the true God of the universe. Because how else would we have any answers to questions like this if it wasn't for clerics telling us what to do?